Ron Atchison for AutoForge.net. And in this video review, we're going to be taking a look at 3D iCut 513. Now what iCut is, it's a one-step industrial strength fast cutting compound polish formulated for the needs of high volume production shops where speed is a priority. iCut can be used with a rotary polisher to remove sanding marks up to 1500 or other paint defects, and it can be used as a polish with a foam pad on a rotary polisher or an orbital polisher to refine the results from the cutting step. So what I've got here, I've got a rotary with a wool pad. I've also got my Flex 3401. On the hood of this Honda, I've got 3 sections taped off. And what we're going to be looking for is how well the polish removes the scratches and how well it finishes off. Now I know before I ever get started that using a rotary with a wool pad, I'm going to be leaving some holograms, but what we're looking at is how severe those holograms are and whether or not they're easily corrected using a foam pad and a DA style polisher. So let's get going on this Honda hood and see how well this product works. All right, so let me show you the defects that we're going to remove. You would think with this black car out in the sun it would be pretty easy to see them, but actually it's not. The sun is so bright and there are so many clouds in the sky that it's actually kind of hiding them. So this light, I can show you just how bad the hood is. Basically it's the whole hood's like this. So we'll put on a piece of tape and you'll be able to see a before and after with the different pad combinations I'm going to be using. So let's get started. See how well this 3D iCut works. All right, so for my first test spot, I'm going to be using my DeWalt 849 rotary polisher with a wool pad. The directions on this product say that it is sun friendly and can be used in outdoor work environments, which is typically not something recommended for compounding and especially black cars. But since that's what it says it can do, I thought, well, I'll give it a torture test. Got a black car, I got Florida sun that is very hot and strong. So we'll give it a whirl and see how well it works. Now this is a brand new bottle. I have not used this product before. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. Remove the seal on the bottle. Give the product a real nice shake. I'm going to lay down a small bead here. Do a little trade show trick. Pick up the bead with the polisher. Now I've got the polisher set at 1200 RPM. It's a brand new pad, so it's going to lint. So what I'm looking for here is how smooth the product works, what the working time on the product is, whether or not it does a lot of dusting. Considering this paint was hot and the sun is out, it's got a pretty good working time. All right, we'll go ahead and wipe that off. Seeing a little bit of dust, not much. but considering the environment that I'm working in, that's to be expected. Did a nice job of removing all the marring and scratches in this hood. It's got some holograms. There's some swirl marks in it, but anytime you use a wool pad and rotary, you're going to have that. So that's really to be expected. Looks pretty good. So from that, let's go ahead and switch to the Flex 3401. I use a orange waffle pad. See how well that cleans up the holograms that were left behind. Got about 6 pea-sized drops on my pad. Turn the machine down all the way to 1 to spread out the product. We'll go ahead and kick it up to 5 and see what the working time is. So there was 6 section passes, and actually I could have gone more. You can see it's still there, it's not gone. A little bit of dusting, not bad though. Very easy to wipe off. Took out every bit of the holograms that were in there from the wool pad. Looks great. So let's go ahead and move to the center section, and we will do that with just a foam pad and see what kind of results we get with that. I'm going to go ahead and stick with the orange pad. I'll do 6 section passes again. Now that the pad's a little primed, I'm only going to put 4 drops of compound on the pad. Spread the product out. We'll turn it up. All right, I'd pretty much have to go back and count that, but I do believe that was 7 or 8 passes out here in the sun. And as you can see, the product is still there. I probably could have done a couple of more passes on that if I'd have wanted to. So it's definitely sun friendly, and you can definitely use it in an outdoor environment. When I'm all done, I'll pull the tape off here and show you guys, but this center section looks just as good as the first section with simply using a foam pad. So I'm going to do something a little different than what I planned on doing, because the center section was done with the 3401, which is a forced rotation. First section was done with a rotary, which is also a forced rotation. And I know a lot of you guys don't have forced rotation machines, so I'm going to get my Porter cable, which is considered to be an entry-level machine, and I'm going to do this last section with a Porter cable and see what kind of results I get. So hang loose, I'll be right back. All right guys, sorry about that, but I'm basically doing this on the fly. This is real time. I've not scripted this or set this all up. So what I've got here is my Porter cable 7424. Got your typical orange McKee's 37 pad. I'm sure virtually all of you have got that. So we're going to use that combination so that you guys can see exactly what to expect using this machine pad combination and 3D iCut. So let's give this last section a whirl with the 7424. All right, so I'm going to put 4 nice sized drops on there. Go ahead and turn our machine down to 1 so that we can spread the product out, and then we'll go ahead and kick it up to 5 and do 6 section passes and see how well it works. I threw in number 7 for good measure. So let's go ahead and wipe that off. For a towel, I'm using our Edgeless 365s. I really like this towel. It's a very nice all-around towel. Works great for spray waxes, quick detailers, wiping polish off, wiping compound off, leveling coatings. It's just a great all-around multi-purpose towel. So as you can see, the iCut wipes off with virtually no effort. A little bit of dusting, but again, we're working outdoors, so I've got the sun, I've got a little bit of a breeze going on, so you're going to get a little bit of dusting. That's the one thing with compounds. You can have a long working time, which means you're going to have an oily compound, which is going to reduce the amount of dust. Or you're going to have a shorter working compound, which is going to be a drier form that's going to create dust. So there's really no getting around it. It's kind of which style of a compound that you like. But that looks great. So pull this tape off of here. Get an inspection light, and I'll bring you guys in and let you see the end result. See what we started with. Like I said, it's very hard to show you guys exactly what I'm looking at with this sun. That was just the orange pad. See there what we started with. There's the wool pad cleaned up with an orange pad. But as you can see, it was pretty messed up to begin with. Hopefully I'm capturing this. It's proving to be a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. So there's all three sections. Looks good. So that was 3D iCut Compound Polish. I think it's a very good product. It was very easy to work with. This was pretty much an extreme torture test for a compound polish. Doing it on a black car in Florida sun. And I mean, there is no shade here at all. So it worked well with just a plain old Porter cable 7424 with an orange pad. Also worked good with a forced rotation with a Waffle pad, which can create some heat on its own. Working time was excellent. Same with using it on a rotary and a wool pad. I ran that at about 1200 RPM to try and keep the heat down. Typically a wool pad does a pretty good job of keeping the heat down all on its own, but still, typically a wool pad will dry a compound out pretty quickly, but the working time even with a wool pad was really nice. I think it's a great product. If you're a mobile detailer, definitely pick up a bottle of this. It works great outdoors. What can be a real challenge for you guys, I know. So, nice product. Highly recommend it. You can find this at autoforge.net along with a lot of other 3D products. I'll leave links below to everything. All the polishers and the pads and power lock cord. It works excellent. Keeps your machine plugged in. Don't have to worry about it coming undone. So if you found this video informative, please like and subscribe. This is Ron Atchison for autoforge.net. Thanks for watching.